In the quiet halls of hospitals, in the emergency rooms characterized by frantic urgency, you will find health workers. Doctors, nurses, clinical officers, dentists, lab technicians, opticians, pharmacists, radiographers, paramedics. Each one a soldier without a sword. Each one called not by convenience, but by conviction. They are the ones who stand between life and loss, hope and despair, healing and suffering. Their days blur into nights, and their nights blur into early mornings. Yet they show up every single day. Their payment, always a debate, sometimes underappreciated, but always undeterred. Their profession is more than a job. It is a calling, a sacred trust to stand between life and loss, between despair and deliverance. They are the unsung heroes, the resilient warriors in white coats. Welcome back to Pierre Daris. Today, on Tales of Resilience, we focus on a special group, the health workers of resilience. Picture this. In a world where sickness knows no timetable, there are silent warriors who rise to carry the weight, the health workers. They sacrifice sleep, family time, even their own health to serve others. They hold trembling hands in hospital corridors. They deliver both joyous cries of newborns and silent tears of final goodbyes. They diagnose, they comfort, they intervene, even when resources are few and pressures are overwhelming. Indeed, behind every white coat and scrubs is a heart that chooses empathy, discipline, and resilience over comfort. In today's episode, we look at various categories of health workers. First, we look at the doctors and clinical officers. They walk into hospital wards and clinics armed with knowledge, but it's their compassion, resilience, and silent sacrifices that make the difference. Doctors and clinical officers are not just health workers. They are lifelines for the sick, anchors for the weak, and hope givers to the broken. They witness life and death in the same breath. In rural clinics with limited supplies, in emergency rooms, overwhelmed with cries for help, they show up. In pandemic wards, in understaffed hospitals, under immense emotional and physical pressure, they stay. They mend bodies, soothe spirits, and fight tirelessly against forces they sometimes cannot control. They step forward, stethoscopes around their necks, hope in their hands, the resilient warriors in white clothes. Next, we look at the nurses. When the world is at its most vulnerable, when pain weakens, when fear paralyzes, when hope seems to flicker, it is the nurse who stands steady. Nurses are not just caregivers, they are comforters, warriors, and listeners. They move through hospital corridors, homes, and rural clinics with quiet strength, bandaging wounds, not just of the body, but of the soul. Their days and nights blur into endless shifts, filled with difficult decisions and whispered prayers over patients they may never meet again. Yet through the exhaustion, the heartache, and the emotional toll, they stay. They stay because nursing is not just a job. It is a calling, a sacred duty to hold life tenderly even in its most fragile moments. In a world that often overlooks their sacrifices, nurses carry resilience like a second skin, serving, smiling, comforting, even when their own hearts are heavy. Next, we focus on the lab technicians. They play one of the most crucial roles in healthcare. They are the detectives of disease, peering through microscopes, analyzing samples, and unlocking hidden mysteries within blood, tissues, and fluids. They work often in silence, with precision and care, because one wrong reading will change a life forever. Their impact echoes in every cured infection, every timely diagnosis, and every second chance at life. And then there are the pharmacists, the guardians of medication, the final checkpoint before treatment begins. They are not simply dispensers of drugs. They spot errors that doctors may miss. They explain treatments to the confused. They warn about side effects, interactions, and dangers. They handle endless prescriptions. Yet, with every neatly labeled package, with every reassuring word, they become part of the healing process. And next, we turn our spotlight to the dentists and opticians. Dentists are not just doctors of the mouth. They are guardians of smiles, healers of hidden pain, and silent restorers of self-esteem. With every careful cleaning, every delicate filling, and every precise procedure, they wipe away discomfort and insecurity, restoring not just teeth, but confidence. They don't just fix cavities, they rebuild courage, allowing people to step out into the world with their heads held high. Opticians, on the other hand, are the unsung artists of sight, the ones who return color, clarity, and light to lives blurred by nature or time. They don't merely prescribe lenses, they open new worlds. They hand back confidence to the child who can finally see the blackboard clearly. They restore independence to the elderly soul who can once again read a letter or watch a sunset. Together, dentists and opticians may not always be celebrated like heroes, but their quiet work touches every smile, every gaze, every simple pleasure we so easily take for granted. What about the radiographers and paramedics? Radiographers are the unseen heroes in the fight for life. They stand between the screens, behind the machines, capturing what the naked eye cannot see: broken bones, hidden tumors, silent threats. Their work demands precision, patience, and calm, even in moments when fear fills the room. They don't wear capes, they wear lead aprons and courage. What about paramedics? Racing through traffic, weaving through chaos, carrying life itself on their shoulders. Paramedics are not just fast responders. They are fast comforters, fast lifesavers, fast warriors against death. They make split-second decisions that spell the difference between life and death. Radiographers and paramedics stand at the front lines of care, often unnoticed but always essential. Ladies and gentlemen, without dedicated health workers, even the most sophisticated health systems will crumble. They are the essential ingredients of a functioning health system. And we take note of the price they pay. They face physical exhaustion, emotional burnout, and the risk of infections daily. They stand firm during pandemics, outbreaks, and disasters, risking their own lives for the sake of strangers. Their battles are fought quietly, their tears shed privately. And this is a tribute to the health workers of resilience. Today, we recognize you. We see your sacrifices, we honor your unwavering spirit, and we celebrate your commitment to the calling. You're not just workers, you're life bearers, hope givers, and warriors of compassion. In your hands, the world finds treatment. In your sacrifices, families find restoration, and in your resilience, humanity finds its greatest strength. This is your story, the health workers of resilience. Your true heroism is not found in medals or headlines. It is found in the relentless, quiet acts of love you perform each day. This has been Tales of Resilience, only on J. Diaries. Don't forget to subscribe, share this tribute, and drop a comment below if a health worker ever changed your life. Thank you so much for staying with me. I'll see you next time.